decibel test with the new Noctua fan and the Hikvision 7600 series DVR. Hey, Gary Cruz with GaryCruz.com here. Today I'll be replacing a fan in this Hikvision DVR. I'll put the model number in the description and also on the overlay. But right now the reason why I am replacing this fan is because it's pretty loud. I'll be replacing this with a Noctua NFA 4x20. This is what it looks like. Let's go ahead and listen to what the fan sounds like. I'll keep this right on top of the NVR just so that we can compare of the before and after. Let's turn this on. Let's go ahead and power this off. And the fan is right here in the back. We'll be replacing this fan and it's in the power supply. So the first thing we have to do is take off this case. But let's go ahead and turn this off first. Sure, get that unplugged. To remove this case, I think we also have to remove the ears. Let's go ahead and just take off the ones in the back first. Now we should be able to slide this off. There we go. There. All right, the next step is we got to get this fan out of the power supply. There's a couple screws in here. We've got 1, 2, 3 external screws. And then we have 1, 2 holding this power supply in. So let's go ahead and take those off. We'll get the ones off the top. So now this should come out. There we go. So you can see there's a fan in here, and this is the culprit that's pretty noisy. Let's go ahead and open this box and see what's inside. It's funny, these things come in such nice packaging, but quite frankly, the color is so ugly. Inside, it comes with we've got a 40x20 fan. You can see that it's the same size. Just to give you a comparison here. All right. And it has a 3-pin connector. And in some other videos I saw that there's a 2-pin connector. So I've got a 3-pin to 2-pin connector here. Let's see if there's any adapters, because I wasn't sure if there was a 3-pin to 2-pin connector for. They come a 3-pin to 2-pin connector as part of this package. It looks like there's a 3-pin to 2 raw wires. Got a low noise adapter, another low noise adapter, and we've got a extension cable and some screws. All right, next let's go ahead and get the case off of this power supply. Let's go ahead and take off the screws on the power supply. These are pretty tiny, not very deep. Now keep in mind, replacing the fan could void your warranty. But in this case, I think it's relatively low risk. Okay, here's the cover. Here's the inside of the power supply. And this is the fan that we're going to be replacing, so it looks like it's the right size. And that 2-pin connector actually looks a lot smaller, but that's okay. I'll go ahead and take out the fan. Oh, shit. Okay, put this on mute so it doesn't scare the shit out of me anymore. All right. And the ones in the back are a little bit deeper. This one is for the case, that's for the fan. And there's 2 for the fan. I'll just put those back here. All right, now let's go ahead and slide this puppy out. There's an arrow here that shows airflow. And the label is typically airflow out. So the label is pointing out on this one. You can see that this is a DC brushless model number EFB0412HHD. It's made by Delta Electronics. And this one is the Noctua NFA 4x20. The DC 12 volt. This is also 12 volt. This is a 0.6 watt. It doesn't say the wattage on here, but this is 0.05 amps and this is 0.15 amps, which shouldn't be a big deal. And let's see if we can swap out this connector here. You can see that the connector is right here. It's a 2-pin connector. And it looks like the adapter that I bought is not the right size. It's slightly bigger. All right, I think I figured it out. I've got a meter here, and if I check the output of the fan, I'm getting, let's see, I'm getting 25.6. And then if I check this, which looks like a fan as well, I'm also getting 25.6. So I think I can use the adapter to plug this fan right here. All right, let me, and this extension cord. So let's try this out. Use this extension cord plus this 3-pin to 2-pin connector. Plug this in right over here. And let's plug this. And I have fan. You can't hear it, but maybe you can hear the wind. All right, so I think what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and put this back together. And we don't even have to use a solder. This is great. Let me power this off first. Unplug this so we don't get shocked. Let's put the fan over here. As long as the airflow is going out, it's fine. Let me put these screws in. Here's the back ones. Oh, weird. It's a different size screw. We're gonna use the screws that came with this. Here's the Noctua screw, and here's the screw that was on back of the Delta. The Noctua, and that's the Delta. Now we gotta route this through the back. Okay, so that was underneath there, and then goes right through the back. There we go. And let's put the case back on. Now you can see that the fan cable comes out the back along with the other Molex cables, and that's powering the hard drive and this motherboard. Let's go ahead and screw the power supply back into the case and make sure that we get the cables out the way here properly. This one goes in the back. And number 2, it's nice to have a magnetic tip. 2, these 3 go in the back. 2, 3. Now we'll take this and plug this in to this fan unit here. Let me zoom in on this. And I'll plug this in right over here. And it's right there. And before I screw the case back on, let's go ahead and test out the fan. Yep, it's on. There it is with the microphone. All right, the last thing to do is just screw the case on. You can see that there's these slots. You want to make sure they line up with the case. All right, now we've got the fan replaced. Here's the old fan. And for those who want to see, these are the specs. There you go. And now we have the Noctua fan in here. Let's go ahead and power this on and compare the audio. Now the fan's not going to be on full blast as it typically is because there's no ports connected or there's no cameras connected pushing the processor, but let's see how this works out. Wait for the plane to fly by. Okay, it's on. Let's go ahead and turn on the decibel meter and I'll be quiet. So you can see there's my voice. It's noticeably quieter. Remember that decibels are logarithmic. Although it doesn't seem like it's a lot, it's a lot quieter. I can hear that it's a lot quieter now and it won't drive me as nuts. If you want to replace this, it's pretty easy. You don't need any soldering. You just need the Noctua fan and the adapter. And this adapter, this came with 2. I'll have a link on the Amazon, but basically it's a 3-pin, a 2-pin, and it plugged right into the board. And that's pretty much it. If this video was helpful, hit that like button, and thanks for watching.